What the fuck? There we go. This game sometimes. There. And then I want to come off one, and then I want to do a junction. And then let's get an assembler going here. But vertical like that, because that way I'm thinking I could put all the mods on it that I want, right? Let's find out. Oop. And then we can come in here like so. Yeah, that is crazy though how old Elite is, and that, I mean, the original Elite was groundbreaking because it had that huge universe and what, just a few tens of kilobytes, I think? Like, I know it wasn't a megabyte, because we're talking, what, 5.5 floppies back then, 5.5 inch floppies back then, so, which, no, they couldn't do megabytes. But yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would watch me for that long either, man. Honestly. But Chozo is one of my good fans. He's here damn near every time I'm live streaming. Which again, why? But you know. No, I kind of get it. "22 kilobytes. Damn! Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, I know it was procedurally generated, but still. What am I building? I am building a planetary landing ship / jump ship / whatever ship. I don't know. I'm just kind of building. Honestly, like... Let's see if I can get this last speed module here. There we go. Perfect. They were, which, I mean, so from what I understand though, programmers have gotten pretty lazy in the modern age for, like, because storage is so cheap nowadays, right? That programmers, you know, they don't have to even try anymore. I mean, hell, look at what Fallout 4 is 60 gigabytes. Just Cause 3 is around 40, I think. Like, it's kind of crazy how big games have gotten just because hard drive space is so cheap. And I mean, not just hard drives, even SSD space is getting just ridiculously cheap. I remember, shit. I remember when if you had a gigabyte hard drive, man, you were fucking in the future. But now, you know, 1 terabyte is pretty common on laptops that don't have SSDs. And I mean, personally, I wouldn't even think about buying a computer if it didn't have at least 2. If I was going to buy a pre-built, at least. And I mean, I got 6 terabytes just in, I got 6 terabytes just in spinning hard drive space. I've got, well, I mean, it's coming, dude. 1 terabyte SSDs will be below $100, and I think it's going to be fairly soon for a SATA drive, at least. NVMe probably not, because with SATA they can use, I would assume that SATA drives use a lot bigger NAND flash chips than an NVMe drive. Could be wrong, but that's what I would assume. So, any steel plates? What do you got? A 2 terabyte hard drive and a like 260 gigabyte SSD, I'm guessing. Which, let me think here now. So, when I built my computer, I had a 120 gigabyte SSD, and it cost me $150. And then here, last year or so, I bought a 512 gigabyte SSD for about $150. So, and that's within 3 years of each other, so it's coming. Man, 1 gigabyte external SCSI drives. Man, I forgot about SCSI. I remember in high school, in computer repair class, drooling over fucking 1 terabyte SCSI, like 1500 RPM drive, and thinking like, man, that'd be so fast. I want one so bad. And the WD, what was it? The Velasa, was it called the Velociraptor? It was like a 10,000 RPM SATA drive. And man, just thinking like, that'd be so cool and so fast, and like we didn't even know back then, because man, like SSDs wasn't even a thing. I remember in 2006, my computer repair instructor telling us that I need computers, shit. But he told us that we would probably never work on a computer that has SATA, because SATA's too expensive. And like 2 years after I got out of high school, I just wanted to call him up and laugh at him for saying that, because holy shit. And like, oh yeah, what's up, Tony? Hadn't heard from you in a while. But and I mean, we used to make fun of the old quote about, what is it, 688 kilobytes of RAM is all anyone would ever need. And supposedly Bill Gates said that, but I don't know if that's true or not, so don't hold me to it. Out of iron. Okay, well, there it is. Let's make like, bro, let's make 10,000 computers. Let's see what the fuck's up with my refineries. Oh, no one's making iron. But yeah, like that, he didn't say the right thing. Yeah, I'm burning through iron though, damn. 2 1 terabyte blues. Wow, 140. Man, I haven't seen anything less than a terabyte, honest, like in person, in years, man. I don't remember. I don't know how we survived, honestly, without terabyte hard drives, because I hate to be that way, but it's the damn truth. I used to have a really big music collection, but I don't anymore. It's too easy to go on Spotify and listen to literally everything, so sadly. Okay, now see, I gotta get this shit cleaned out here. Got some shit here that needs to go in here. And then I've got a connector over here, I think, somewhere. Yeah. Steel plates, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't have any well, okay, so the oldest drive I have is my 2 terabyte drive, and it's gone through about 3 computers now. It used to be an external drive, but I shucked it because I think I spent like $200 on it too back in the day at Walmart, but it was cheaper to buy a external drive than it. Well, I don't think my computer back then had a drive bay for it either, though. Like 100 petabytes of RAM wouldn't be that beneficial because, oh, hold on one second. But 100 petabytes of RAM actually wouldn't be too, wouldn't do you too much because, I mean, the way programs are made, unless you're virtualizing or something, you don't need a huge amount of RAM. Like, you know, 16 gigabytes is, hell, I'm not even using 16 now, and 8 I think is still the recommended for like a gaming computer. So 100 petabytes of RAM isn't that much. If you're using a server or you're virtualizing or stuff like that, you might need more RAM, but not petabytes. That's insane for now. Maybe in the future, but which actually, that kind of goes on to what we were talking about earlier with, you know, developers using too much RAM and stuff now. I think fairly soon we're gonna see a resurgence of trying to get programs to run with less RAM, because if anyone's priced RAM lately, you'll know that DDR4 prices are very high right now, and it's because basically everything uses it. Desktop computers use it, obviously, and phones are using more and more RAM here lately, and that's why the RAM chips are just so expensive, and so the RAM modules are so expensive. So there's either going to need to be a huge ramp up in production there, or we're going to have to start using, you know, programs are going to have to start using less RAM and, you know, fix memory leaks like Chrome. What type of computer do I have? I have a custom-built gaming PC. Circa, well, it's going to take time for the actual fabs to come online. That's the biggest thing right now, because it takes time to build RAM manufacturing things, or RAM manufacturing factories. But my computer right now, it's getting it's dated in the processor department, but other than that, it's pretty good. It's AMD 8350, 8 core, running at, I think right now my overclock's set about 4.5 gigahertz. It can go higher, but it doesn't need to go higher. It's too much heat, too much power being used. But that 16 gigabytes of RAM, 6 terabytes of hard drive space, 512 gigabytes of SSD space, and a NVIDIA 980 graphics card, and a 1000-watt power supply in a Sigmatech Elysium case, which is gigantic. But I'm a big guy, so I need, you know, my hands need to get in there from time to time, and I hate small cases, so that's how that works. Let's look here. So what's going on? How'd the Matrix glitch? Oh, let's look around here. What else? Oh, people left? Yeah. Well, you know. It happens. Oh, man. Okay, so manufacturing and refining sections are built. I've got, oh, I actually know what I need to build. I'm gonna hand build it. This needs a temporary station to sit at. so I can tell my power usage and the such. Yeah, that works. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I do. So I need 100 computers. You know what? Screw it. That's actually in a good place where I can use the welding ship for it. Oh, I need computers, don't I? Yes, I do. Well, I'm not gonna dock, so I'm just gonna come over here and grab computers. Carried over sneaker net ways. Yeah, no, I know. I've said that multiple times, but someone asked, so, you know, I figured I'd fill them in on it. But yeah, new processor, again, I've talked about this before, but new processor is going this year. Shadows are on, yeah. I've just always got my lights on. But yeah, shadows are on. Right? Yeah, shadows are on. 7 hours. That's not bad. For like the little bit of uranium I put in it, which probably wouldn't hurt to go get some more. But oh, I wanted to see this. Wait, what? Every or I have a assembler that's not built? Oh, yep, this one, because it needs computers. Fuck it, I'll finish that by hand too. I feel like flying all the way over here just for a computer job. There we go. And go ahead and shove them back in there. Okay, so yeah, we're getting some stuff done here, guys. But I do think that I'm going to end it here tonight. So I want to thank you guys all for hanging out, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.